Should automatically do that. That's going. That's going. Alrighty. So, you guys are all starting out in the Gravius region. Um, this is on the continent of Freyerline, and this continent is plagued by a consistent war that's been raging for 40 years. Through back and forth between the brothers that rule Raventel and the Blathian kingdoms versus the kingdom or ruler of Dancing Leaves to the north have been going at it for 40 years at this point, from young princes all the way to the point where the two brothers are old men, and the elf himself, the king of Dancing Leaves, has begun to um, slowly grow a little older in years as well. You guys find yourself in the Gravius region, which is kind of a neutral zone, a region that has chosen not to take part in any part of the war. No help or aid is given to any one side. And so, in doing so, they had hoped to kind of remain independent and on their own. Um, And through various talks, there were rumors that ran around that the king of Dancing Leaves had granted sanction to Gravius as long as they decided not to participate in the war. A lot of people talk, and, maybe it's true, maybe it's not. However, you all find yourselves here in a small town called Fandel. This is the connection between the Gravius region and Raventel, one of the only primary roads in and out of Gravius. Um, and through various methods, you all find yourselves here shopping. You are passing through, gaining knowledge, maybe picking up a few things. Some of you have heard about the tree of life that grows here and protects the region, and some of you sought to kind of maybe consult with this tree. Who knows? Maybe it's the closest thing to the gods you can get to. And so um, many of you found your way to this area. And so as you guys are all passing through this area, each individually doing your own thing, we'll go down the list here, and we'll start with Chip's character. Is it Luthius? Is that how you pronounce it?
Luthius.
Luthius.
This guy, he's clad in tattered clothing. He's wearing a red cloak that goes over his that has his hood up. It has just as much holes in it as the rest of his clothes do. Um, he's got a blindfold around his eyes, and around the eyes, it's stained with blood.
Nice.
Um, he's and hold on a moment.
Yeah, you're fine. Uh, I'd say you don't have to. That's something you can kind of let the party learn, if you want to do it that way.
I'm sorry. What was it?
Oh,
Oh,
he's messaging me, and I'm just
Oh,
replying.
gotcha.
Yep, all good.
okay. And yeah, that's him. Um,
All right.
tattered clothing, hood, and blonde hair, over and over his hood and eyes.
All right. Very well. What would you say you're kind of doing at this point? Passing through, kind of browsing the market, looking for information. What's really kind of
Pass.
drawn your character here?
He's just passing through.
All right. Then F. Amadon or Isabel.
Hello, my character's name is Isabel Nomo. and she is a human. Uh, you can see a couple instruments strewn upon her, a backpack, and she is brown hair. She has a white cloak on with a red collar, and she wears a little feather in her hair. She is currently here, just restocking to continue wandering around. She's been wandering for a little bit here and just doing a little bit of helping out around places just to make ends meet, and she is restocking on rations and such in this shopping area.
Nice. All right. Ghost or is it Rondos? Rundos?
Rundas. So
Rundos.
my character's name is Rundas. He's a large loxodon. He has metal sheaths covering his tusks. He is covered in only the cheapest of armors, and he is currently just looking for basic work.
All right.
How tall is Loxodon, the elephant guy? Just out of curiosity.
Like 8 to 9 feet tall, so probably about 8.5 feet tall.
Dang, there's somebody taller than me. Okay, that's all I was wondering.
Speaking of, Justin, it is your turn to describe Ridgewold.
Ridgie is a Goliath. He is just shy of 8 feet, about 7'11", just like the store. But he is currently pretty much just gazing at all the vendors and whatnot, shopping. He's wearing pretty much basic leather and hide. He looks very rustic and backwoods. The only thing that's really noticeable about him is he's got a hide cloak, or not cloak, but a shoulder drape that is seems to be made of an owlbear leather and is woven with small bits of shiny rocks and stuff. It looks like star patterns of some kind to look like that. He's got a shield on his back and a scimitar sheath at his hip. But other than that, he's just browsing the vendors and looking for new armor because his leather is getting kind of old and worn. So he wants to buy some heavier, medium armor, and he's looking for some hide. So
All right. Mr. L or Drool.
Yeah, Drool. I think Kermit D. Barbarian. He's he's got on armor that when he stands fully upright with his legs extended, he looks like the armor almost fits. But most of the time, he kind of crouches and hops a little, and the armor just drags on the ground with him. He's got a half shield. He's only 3 feet tall, so the shield would be too large for him if it was a full shield. So it's a shield that he broke in half, and he looks really awkward in this armor, like it's something that's sort of new to him. He's carrying a spear that he frequently licks the end of or slobbers on the end of. And again, too large for him, but he's learning it. He's picking up as he goes. And he is here seeking answers.
All right. So, as you all find yourselves here for various reasons, I want Rundas to go ahead and make me a perception check, please. Nice. So,
wow.
with
Sure.
our first natural 20, you definitely notice as you kind of look behind and you look at this wood elf woman who, brown hair, probably in her somewhere in the midlife cycle for wood elves. You find that she's looking a little sickly, and she's kind of leaning against something, and you watch as she kind of almost what sounds like growls begins to utter this gurgling kind of just from the pits of hell noise, basically. And you watch as she turns towards you and her eyes are just glowing red as she kind of yells out in pain and she says, "I will burn it all to the ground." And you watch as she just begins to grow in size as her arms the skin on her arms begin to tear, crack, and reveal this kind of almost red glow energy or aura kind of pouring out of her as she becomes larger and larger and larger. I would like um Rundas to go ahead and make me a strength save, please. And we will get everyone else into initiative to kind of just get a order to things here.
Okay, there goes the other. There goes the second 20. Stop picking
Nice.
up points, people.
Very strong start.
All right, so ability check, normal. So you won't be knocked prone, but you are pushed back 10 feet as she kind of, once she's done like growing in size, she kind of lets out this like force, kind of almost telekinetic blast that kind of sends you back about 10 feet. So about, I'd say here. And as she does that, you watch as all three of these stalls over here are demolished. This one, and
Oh
this
no,
one.
was that? Did they have any hide armor in that? Because I got to take that.
Whatever was there is gone. This energy is just creating this heat wave around her, and it's emitting this just massive amount of heat. Um, let's see here. With that said, let's get the initiative tracker up, and let's get everyone started here. All right. So at the top of the turn order is Isabel.
Oh, and just to say that Reggie also seems to have a puppy following at his heels, though it may not be a puppy if you look too close. He thinks it's a puppy, but that's all that matters.
I was muted. So, I hear all of the exclamation about burning and such stuff like that?
Yeah, does
Oh
it
yeah, yeah.
reach all of our ears basically?
Yep, you guys all kind of hear it. It's more of like a almost as if it's speaking in your mind, just ever so gently, but you hear the kind of ringing sound of it as it rings out over everything.
So definitely malicious intent. Gotcha.
Could I attempt to identify what's going on with her?
Yeah, go ahead, roll me an Arcana check.
That's like balanced between the two. Oh well.
Yeah, with a 9, this isn't the first time you've heard of an incident like this, but you don't know if this is the same thing or if this is something different. But you know that in this region there has been some cases of people breaking out into fits of rage and going on rampages, but this seems a little extreme.
In that case, I'm going to move here for cover, and then I'm going to encourage the Loxodon to my north and tell him to, if he's up for it, subdue her without badly injuring her, and I'm going to use Bardic Inspiration.
Okay, seduce. All right. All right. So you do
Did you
have
say seduce?
what?
Sorry, my
No, no.
okay.
What? I'd never. Rundas, you do have a D6 of Bardic Inspiration. All right. Is that your turn?
Yes, that was my action and my bonus action.
All right. Jewel?
All right, I'm sorry. I'm kind of new to this, so I have to figure out how do I see again? Is it this ruler thing? Oh, there
Yep.
we go.
It'll gauge
Okay.
the distance.
Okay, yeah.
Roughly 53. Okay. I don't know that I'm going to be able to move close enough to have much of an impact. So now how do I get off of that? Stop doing that.
And just
Okay, how do I
hit
move
the
again? Oh, there it goes. All right.
yeah,
Yep,
go
that's
back
it.
up to yep.
How far did I just move? Did anybody notice?
If you begin to drag your character, it'll tell you in the brackets how far your character has moved this turn. So just go ahead and drag it a little bit, and there in the brackets, it'll tell you.
Oh, perfect. Okay. So that would be 25 feet. I would get to there, and then I think I would scream with a frog-like rage as I went into a rage, and just hold an action because I'm too far away to throw my spear.
All right.
All I can think of is Kermit the Frog screaming in rage. Sorry. That's gonna make me laugh this whole game.
Rundas?
Well, I'm going to play to my 7 of intelligence and simply just going to try and kill it with a guiding bolt.
All right.
Mm.
A 14 misses.
Yeah, that is my turn then.
All
You do
right.
have the Bardic.
Oh, yeah. You could add the d6 if you want to.
Six would be.
A 15 still does not hit, unfortunately.
Unfortunate.
Worth a shot, right?
Yeah.
So sorry, I'm not used to bards yet in 5th edition. Is it only like once that you can use the inspiration for one character, or I'm just curious.
Uh,
Whoever wants to
the
start.
bard can give the inspiration to any character they want, but they have multiple inspirations to give out. I'm not sure how many they have right now, but
Gotcha.
all right.
My turn.
Yep.
All right. Let's see here. After hearing the malicious intent yelling and whatnot, gonna step over here next to Kermit. I nod at Kermit and look to the giant thing that's rising above the destruction that she has caused. And I believe my puppy can also go there. Droll, you are now standing next to a small bear, but it's my puppy. And then I am going to. Wait, how do I select again?
Double
There.
right
Okay.
click. Yep.
Yep. Okay. And I am also going to try hitting guiding belt or bolt on her.
All right.
For
16 hits.
Okay. And damage. No.
Uh, all right.
10 damage. That's my action. And now my bonus action, I'm going to. Where's it at? All right, I'm trying to find starry form. There it is. Bonus action. I'm entering starry form. And nope, not dragon. My bad. I'm trying to learn this.
Nope, you're good. If you want, just activate your starry form. We'll say that the archer's activated. I actually have experience with it, and all you'll have to do is just every time you want to use it on a bonus action to attack, you just click the starry form archer, and it'll prompt you for the damage.
Gotcha, but that's taking form also gives you basically you assume the form and attack at the same time, is how it reads. So
Yep.
assuming it, and then I am going with archer. Let me find it again. I was just looking at it, I swear. Starry form chalice, starry form dragon.
It should be in your weapons in your inventory as well.
Okay, let me try that. Yep, okay, that works. Usability. Nope, missed. And that would end my turn.
All right.
Oh, that I do utter guard to the puppy, and that way he guards the two of us here.
Okay.
Should we need it? But
So as she begins to like push past some of the trees here, she actually comes right up to Rundas and will make her first attack against him. There we go. Ba, ba, ba. Oop, attack, normal. 13 will miss, so she'll make her secondary attack. 11 will miss, bonus action attack. 19 to hit.
19 will hit.
Alright, damage. For a total of 6 points of slashing damage. And as she does this, you see this kind of smaller wooden elf man kind of come out. Please, please don't hurt her. She doesn't know what she's doing. We were just out shopping and we were about to head home and then something came over her. Please, anybody save her. Don't kill her. She's all I've got left.
oh, for Christ's sake.
Sorry to interrupt, but that places are right within range that I was waiting for.
All right. Go ahead.
If I can figure out how to make this attack. I mean, these are cool little buttons, by the way.
Yeah, double right click the token you're trying to attack. And then once, if that works, if not, there's off to the left side there and the token icon. Oh, yep, you got it. I see it. But then go ahead and go into your inventory now, and you can use the, I think you were holding your spear to throw.
Whoops, clicked the wrong thing. Hang on. Spear. Although it is poisoned,
Yeah,
but it would be a
so
damage poison if it hits.
yeah, so what we'll do is we'll have this spear. If the spear hits, then we'll do both your grung poison and your damage. A
Yeah,
7
that's
does
not
not.
going to hit anyway, so.
Yeah, that's because you used up all the 20s and now it's all rolling crap.
All right. I think that's. Let me double check. That's all the features she's got for right now. Oh, she could have reckless attacked. All right. Yeah, that'll be her turn. So then, Matthias, it is your turn.
I am going to use my cunning action to hide.
All right. All right.
And I'm going to step closer to the fire.
Sure.
Trying to figure out what's on your token. I can't quite get it when I zoom in.
Here, let me do this then.
And that's my turn.
All right. Let's do this. Nope, not that. Is it that? Delete this, do this, and So, with that being your turn, Isabel, it is your turn.
Uh, so ranged magic isn't. Sorry. Ranged magic generally isn't that non-lethal. So if I want to non-lethally deal with this problem, then I'm going to have to walk up and try. Wish me luck, everyone. I gotta right click and then boom.
See if is
Oh.
she flanked now?
That hits. Yes, she would be considered flanked. For 2 bludgeoning. All right.
And I would bardic some of you, but I think you guys are aiming to kill, and I don't want to bardic that. It's poison being thrown around, guiding bolts. I'm keeping my own bardics.
All right.
Oh,
Then, if nothing else for your turn,
That'll be it.
Drool, it is your turn. You are spearless at this point.
Yeah, he realizes that. Looks at his hands for a second, just for a second, and then just charges and gets right up next to her and does a froggy leap up to her head to try and just literally grab a hold of her head and drool on her.
Okay.
So that's a grapple. I'm just trying to figure out how to do it here. Do I
So
just do
that'll
the
be
athletics?
strength save versus your strength check.
So a strength check then?
Yes, from you.
And being raged, will it automatically go to advantage, or do I need to tell it advantage?
You'll need to tell it advantage. Good point, actually. Doesn't matter. Yeah, you managed to grapple onto her face.
All right, so she has to save DC 12, I think, or become poisoned.
Save DC 12. All right. Con save. Okay, let me double check something just to make sure. She fails.
Poisoned for 1 minute.
All right. So let's go ahead and do that. All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it. I'm just hanging on.
All right. Rundas.
Right. So since we're apparently not going to kill, I'm going to try and be as non-lethal as possible with my shield, gold, and my warhammer.
All right, that hits. All right.
I'm trying to be non-lethal here by aiming strictly for the knees, and then I'll use a war domain feature so I can attack again on a bonus action.
All right. Let's see.
13.
13 misses, unfortunately.
Okay.
All right. Anything else for your turn?
Nope.
All right. Then Ridgewold, it is your turn.
Alright. Ritual is going to reel around here. Stepping up. One.
Your little puppy close behind.
Yeah, puppy just follows behind, but I am going to attack with the scimitar, drawing it and slashing.
All right. You do have advantage.
Oops. There it is. Okay, I don't know.
Make sure to double right click the
Yeah,
token.
yeah, I gotta target him. Yep. Sorry.
All good.
Just relearning again. Attack with advantage. And I missed, it looks like.
15 does miss.
Okay, and then I'll fire off my arrow as my bonus action.
All right.
I won't let me. I must have, because I chose dragon first. It seems to have.
Here,
Yeah, it does.
let me do this. Let's try this. And let me do this. Here, reveal to everyone. There, so I put it up in chat for you. You should be able to click it now.
Yep. Oh, it won't let me. I'll just roll an attack. Huh, that's weird.
Here, just go ahead and roll me a d20 and then add 5.
10. That's statted.
Yeah, that would be the attack, and so yeah, no, 10 would not hit.
Gotcha. Arrow fizzles, doesn't hit, and that would end my turn. Puppy is just staying safe.
So as it comes around to her turn, she does take the poison damage, which is how much?
Is it poison damage? I thought it was just
No, grunts don't do poison damage if you get hit by them. It's only when it's applied to a weapon. They just get the poisoned effect.
right.
Oh, okay. All right. Then in that case, as she's kind of standing there with a frog on her face, she's going to attempt to break your grapple. So I will need you to make me a strength save. All right. So we both have to roll a d20 to tie break because I got a 21 as well as you. So just a flat d20. Nice. You stay grappled to her. And so since that is her action, bonus action, she's going to that'll be it. All right. Then it is Luthias.
And I am going to non-lethally attack her from my stealth position. So does that? I have sneak attack. Do I have sneak attack with
Yeah.
non-lethal
Yep.
damage?
Yep. Yeah, I'll say so. You there, Chip?
Yeah, I'm just wondering why nothing's equipped.
Oh,
You gotta go to your character sheet and equip it on DDB if that's the case.
yeah, you can also just equip it from here as well. The little shield icon next to any of your items. If it's light gray, it means
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
unequipped.
I got it.
All right, cool.
It's not rolling.
Oh, double right click the token you're trying to attack on the map. Yep.
Learning curves.
Yeah, yeah, there's a little bit of learning curves with Foundry, but once you get it down, it's a really cool system. All right, over in the chat on the right side, it has your short sword attack. Go ahead and roll that with
Go ahead and roll
advantage.
it.
And that'll hit.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
Jeez.
You guys are just burning through them all. I can't wait till you guys get to the final boss of this campaign, and then you guys are all out of nat 20s. All right. So let's see, 11, 14 points of damage from the short sword, and your sneak attack is also critted. So 14.
Do I have to roll my sneak attack too?
Yes. So click your sneak attack, and it'll prompt it in chat, and then you just click damage. All right, so that would be a 4 from the crit. So she takes, because she's raged.
And I'm going to attack her with my second sword, also non-lethal.
All right. A 15 will miss.
All right. And yeah, that's my turn.
All right. Isabel?
I would like to commit bonk.
Okay.
And now that we're doing things non-lethally, I'm going to Bardic the... Who was it with the Warhammer?
I
That
think
would
that was
be
Rundas.
Rundas. You are getting a Bardic Inspiration.
All right.
Then I'm going to bonk. Are you serious?
I hate you guys so much.
Another 20? Jesus.
Go ahead and roll your crit damage.
How do I roll crit with versatile?
Just do versatile, and we can just double the damage then.
Gotcha. Oh, I can just hit this button.
Yep. There you go. Flat 8. Oh my god. You guys are pretty close. All right. Anything else for your turn, Isabel?
That'll be all.
All right, Jewel. It is your turn. You are still clambered onto her face.
All right, I think for
Like a face
character
bubble.
flavor, yeah, I'm a little face frog. For character flavor, when he's raged, all you really hear, he doesn't speak common when he's raged. He just makes croaking noises, and he's currently holding on to an ear with his free hand, so he's going to use his froggy foot to stomp a nose.
All right. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Web foot to the face.
Make sure to double right click the token you're trying to target, and then go ahead and roll unarmed strike with advantage. That hits. Believe that's a flat damage of, what is that? 2?
It's 1.
4.
Oh, 4.
All right. That does it. As You bring her down. She begins to fall, and as she's falling, you see that she begins to return to her original size. There's still scarring from where like she kind of grew in form along her arms and around her neck and her face and torso and everything like that. Um, Hold on, let's see here.
Stretch marks.
Uh, a little bit, but these aren't quite the same. It's not like the skin stretched. It's more like the skin kind of broke, kind of like a ravine through the earth, and just this light has been emitting from it, this red kind of glow or aura. All right, so we'll do that, and then let's drop her size. And as you do that, you see her husband, who was speaking to all you earlier, come running up to her, and he's checking for a pulse and kind of looking her over, and he kind of takes a second, and
If
then he just lets out a sigh, and he's like, "Thank you all so much. Oh God."
if we're not quite out of combat yet, I'll use cure wounds on her as she's bleeding and whatnot.
Sure. Go ahead and roll to healer. You guys are technically out of combat at this point. And you watch as a couple other elves kind of come up, and they're kind of feeling safe enough to kind of approach the situation. And she's kind of laying
I'm
there,
up in
and
four. Close some of her cuts. I know I at least cut her once. So
she was breathing real heavily, and it looked like she was almost like in the stages of a very like rampant like killing disease that you guys may or may not have seen in your pasts. And so as you kind of cast this cure wounds, you see that her breath starts to calm and slow, and you see that the sweating or the fever that she may have had seems to start to break and give way. And you see your husband, "Thank you again. I can't thank you all enough. uh, when I can get her to a medical professional and have her get looked at, I'll come back for you guys. Are you guys gonna be at the Fandle Tavern? The inn?"
sure, I'm looking for armor.
And I can't, but I would like to check something first, if that's okay. It'll take me a few minutes.
I'm just passing through, says a soft voice from underneath all those clothes.
Um, well, if you're ever all together, or wherever you're at, please let me know. I'd be more than happy to send payment once I get all this sorted. And he looks over at you, Isabel, and you wanted to check something?
Yes, I have a little bit of magic that'll just let me see if there's anything still laying within her. It won't invade her privacy or anything at all.
Yeah, that'd help out a lot, actually. Please, I want to know what happened.
I will start ritually casting detect magic. I don't
Okay.
have identify, and I don't have 100 gold, and I don't have 100 gold pill or pearl. If I did, so detect magic is what we got.
While he's doing that, I'll also ritually cast Detect Poison and Disease.
Oh, good thinking.
Oh, nice. All right.
I picked through the destroyed stuff looking for hide armor.
Go ahead and roll me a investigation check.
Hold on, I was packing my bong. Let's see, investigation. 17.
For a second, I thought it was going to be a 20, and I was just going to die.
You do, in fact, find some hide armor. It's a little tattered, a little destroyed, but you definitely could take it.
I pick it up and just kind of check it out and see if it basically eyeball to see if it'll fit and like nod, and then I make my way to that inn tavern or whatnot so I can be rewarded by the husband later and have a
Sure.
drink, I guess.
I'd say while you're kind of investigating and everybody else is kind of casting, you guys see this kind of older looking high elf. He kind of approaches all of you and says, "Ah, that was mighty fine work by all of you. Um, I'm not sure if you've been here before, but I own the Fandle Tavern over there, and if your group is willing, you look like capable individuals, and I'd like to offer you some work, and I can offer coin as a reward as well."
Sounds good. I'm needing a meal and a drink anyway. I'll meet you at your establishment as I pick the armor up and make my way to where he pointed. As the rest of them continue casting for 10 minutes.
Yeah, Isabel can't respond. She's busy incanting, but she'll nod. Give like a thumbs up with one hand.
Instantly breaks your incantation. You got to restart. No, I'm just kidding.
No.
That's what you get for rolling so many 20s. No.
Yeah, so as you guys are kind of doing that and you guys head off to your ways, who's staying, I guess, who's going where, what do you guys want to do?
Which building was the inn? I'll walk myself over there.
It's this building down here.
Which one? That one?
Down
Okay.
to the left, yeah, all the way at the bottom. Also, if you're trying to drag more than one token, you can drag and left click drag over both tokens, and it should give you an orange box over both of them. Oh no,
Okay.
the inn's down here, a little bit further down. To the
It's a big one.
south.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I tell my puppy to stay outside because a lot of people don't like big animals that can snuffle around at them and sniff at them. So I will ask him to stay out. And I step in and I order me a flagon of ale.
All right. I'll say after you were kind of rummaging through everything, you talked to the owner and everything, and you got down there. It's about at this time I would say that the ritual kind of finished up casting
For sure.
for both of you guys up here. And so what you get back from the kind of detect magic is there is no magic in her body whatsoever. And that should be alarming because when you detect magic on anybody, everybody's got this faintest aura of magic. It's not as strong as like a magic item or some type of ward or spell or anything like that, but it's enough to kind of tell you that it's a living being. It has magic capabilities. And knowing wood elves, you would know that wood elves all carry some semblance of magic. So to see absolutely no magic coursing through her veins, it's kind of frightening.
A glimmer of her elven soul, basically.
Basically.
I will relay that info that there is absolutely no magic in her, and that is worrying.
Her
And
husband's
I do not
going.
know why, but
Her husband's going to turn towards you and, what do you mean? Is she gonna be okay?
I think she needs someone a little more qualified than I am to answer that question.
And when you finish casting the kind of detect poison, you don't find any traces of poison or anything in her body. And it's at this point the husband asks a few of the villagers to come over and help get her prepped to get transported to a bigger city for a better medical professional. So in the carnage, let's see here. This stall was destroyed, this stall was destroyed, this stall was destroyed, this stall was destroyed, and this stall was destroyed. Yeah. What do you guys want to do? Obviously I know Ridgewold's in there drinking down a pint.
Yep. Just taking a short rest, drinking some ale.
For sure. Let me actually get you set up in the tavern here. Let's grab your token. And pull to scene. And yeah, you walk into this kind of Doesn't look like anybody's here as it's kind of midday, and so probably assume that some of the patrons come a little bit later. But you do walk into this rather fine kind of establishment. The owner kind of comes up to you and says, "Ah, what can I get for you?"
Mm, give me a bowl of your or your bowl of your soup for the day, and or your stew for the day, and a flagon of your ale.
Well, we've got gruel on the menu and a little bit of some
Gage,
import.
was there supposed to be a map? All I'm getting is black.
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure that the vision's not on. Oh, yeah, that's why that would do it. Let's do this.
There we go.
There, there, and there. Oh, one for back here as well. All right. But yeah, he kind of brings over a bowl of gruel and then a mug of import ale they have.
Sit down at the table here, and I enjoy the ale and the stew, and wait to see if anybody else comes to gather a reward for not killing a very large woman.
All right. Um, so what does the rest of the group do? I see Isabel heads down to the tavern as well.
I'll help the husband prep his wife for transport.
Okay. Do this and pull to scene. Isabel, you walk into the tavern, and the owner who had talked to you previously says, "Ah, another one. I should expect quite a few to be coming through. You want the same thing he's having on the house?"
Oh, yes, sir. Won't turn down free food.
He gives you.
I look over at the very attractive wood elf and say, "Good work out there. I'm
Are you talking
Richbold."
to Isabel?
Yeah.
Isabel is a human.
Oh, my bad.
Re-
Sorry, attractive human.
retcon.
Yeah, retcon and say, "Good work out there." And my name is Ridgewold.
It's nice to meet you. I'm Isabel. Thank you for working with me to subdue her.
Yeah, it's easy to kill a giant, but it's not easy to not kill a giant.
Very much
Yeah,
so.
magic isn't very non-lethal.
All right. So, Rundash, you're able to kind of help get the wife onto what looks like a cart of sorts, and it's got like some bedding underneath to kind of make it a little bit more comfortable to lay her onto. And they thank you for helping out, and um, a few of them say that they're in your debt, and they really appreciate what you did for them. The typical "you're the hero, thanks for saving us" kind of ordeal. I will say that Drool, Rundas, and Luthias. What are you guys doing?
Drool's still looking for his spear.
Oh, you found it. It was
Oh, there you are.
it was under a pile of rubble, but you noticed the kind of the poisonous saliva at the tip of your spear kind of sticking out of some wood, and you're like, ah, there it is.
All right, off to get something to eat.
All right. Configure. Take all players, save changes. And then, Luthias, are you also going to be joining the group at the tavern?
Yeah, sure.
All right. So, as you all kind of get down here, let's get this started. All right.
This party started.
Put Drool in here. Let's get Matthias and.
Okay. Now your totem or your token makes sense. It's like jumping from something character with a cut with a cape. I couldn't figure it out.
Right. And configure. And we'll do basics, all players, save changes. All right. So, as you guys make your way in, you guys are greeted by the older high elf man who runs the tavern. He says, please take seats anywhere, and I'll get you some drink and some food." And he kind of heads in through the side door right here and disappears for a moment.
I don't know what happened, but I lost vision.
Try
I'll
and
have a
give
token on the map, it looks like. Or no, there's 5 of us.
try to give it a refresh, see if that fixes it. If not, I will get rid of the hidden area.
Okay, yeah, now I've got it.
Cool.
Reggie kind of looks over at Drool and he walks by him and says, "You were quite comical, but that was very effective to grapple that woman's face."
Oh, thank you.
Oh, geez. I thought you were like lashing your tongue at me because I seen this green line come out from you.
Nope, just hopping over here to a chair.
By all means, have a seat.
All right. With that said, as you guys all begin to kind of make your way in and sit down, let's wait a second, see if we can get Chip back in here. It seems they've been disconnected from Discord. Give him a quick second here.
All right, I'm going to take a quick minute here to step away and use the restroom real quick. I'm going to mute myself while I'm away.
Sure, we'll just take 5 in general.
Were you live whenever I revealed the cursed 5 effect?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Because I think it's something your viewers should know, because it's been haunting me since I learned it.
Okay, just because it haunts you doesn't mean you need to haunt everybody else. This is like the cheese touch.
Fair.
Just do not touch it. Do not think about it. It's like the game. Every time somebody tells you about the game, you lose the game.
I'm leaving the campaign out there, you mention it.
I just texted my Snapchat group of friends and I told them about the game after I just said it out loud. And instantly I've got like 4 middle fingers back at me. God, we've been playing that for so long now. What, 7, 8 years?
I wanted to think about how long it's been a thing.
Yeah, it just sort of existed at some point.
Because I know it was a thing when I was in middle school, and that was at least a decade ago.
Chip, you back with us?
Nope, I'm not back with you.
All right.
Just kidding. I'm here.
For sure, for sure. Glad to have you back. Let's see.
I'm here. Sit down next to our. Is that Loxo done?
Oh, you're.
What's the place called?
Hold on, your mic's cutting in and out, sounding a little robotic.
Is the elephant race called a Loxodon?
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, he's going to send me by our Loxodon friend.
Okay. That's my bad. You can also drag and drop to kind of get a little bit easier placement. I don't use grids, just so that way lets combat flow a little bit easier, allows people to move around where they want to and not have to snap to a tile. All right. Just waiting for Justin to get back, and then we'll get this shindig started.
I'm back.
Welcome back. So, as the barkeep or the tavern owner kind of comes through and places down bowls of gruel for everyone, he also puts down a pint of ale for everyone and begins to talk. He says, damn tragedy it is. Cases like that have been popping up all over the place. Something about a rage virus or something, but rumor has it the life tree's been infected, and all its devout followers have slowly begun to lose their minds, go insane. Damn shame. Hopefully,
I'm not a druid. I'm not a druid of the forest. That was my intention to visit the life tree. I come from the mountains near here.
one of the giant folk, or I think you guys are called what's
They
it called?
call us Goliaths.
Yeah, yeah. Man, giants. Those are some pretty scary beasts. But if you're descendants of giants in some way, shape, or form, glad to have you on our side again versus against us. So thanks for that out there.
No need for thanks.
The idea that the world tree is messed up is a very major development. I hope it's not true.
Well, I hope so too, but the rumors seem to be getting more and more prominent about it beginning to don these kind of crimson colored leaves and these kind of red crackling breaks in the bark going up the tree, creating this red aura. And honestly, after witnessing a case of the madness myself, it's kind of hard to dismiss. But it's actually not why I asked you all here. The reason is recently I've been a lot of my stock has been going missing in the back there, and I tried my best to kind of get the trader, whatever it is, whether it's some sort of little vermin or something. But every time I manage to get close enough, they slip right through my grasps. Slippery little bastards. I was wondering if I could hire all of you to help me find out who's stealing all my goods. I'd be willing to offer you guys room and board for a week, as well as paid meals and a little bit of gold on the side. The gold's going to be a little bit light because, well, I haven't had a whole lot of patrons recently with the war and everything.
The Flatliners have been dealing with that for quite some time.
Yeah.
I wouldn't mind a room for a week just to rest. And you say vermin. What vermin are you speaking of? Rats?
Let's see. I think it's usually always dark when they strike, but I they come in and I hear some shambling and stuff, and usually I wait outside the door. At least that's what I did when I was ready to try and capture them. But when I moved through the door and threw the net on them, it's almost like they just disappeared into smoke and vanished through the net. And then this smoke. I feel like I'm going crazy saying this, but I watched it phase through a window and slip out of a window.
Concerning.
So I haven't been able to catch this little thief, whatever it is, whether it's a rodent, a creature, a person. Beats
So
me.
you say they mostly abscond with your stock during the night.
Yeah.
Very well. I'll take a rest and explore your stock rooms after regaining some of my strength after battling that woman.
Oh, of course. There's a total of 5 rooms. Pick and choose your leisure. And he kind of points over to the doors over here.
I look at the gathered group of people. Are you going to take the innkeep up on his offer as well?
Yeah, I am worried about the life tree greatly, but it's a little beyond people like us to deal with that. This is something we can actually affect and help with.
I'm still getting used to voices. Which one? I know it wasn't Drool, but who was that?
That
That
was
was
Isabella.
Matthias. Oh, that was Isabella. Okay. And so he nods at her, and I'm just going to take I'm just going to take a long nap before seeing what we can do for the stock room, because I feel that we need to make sure that they're going to be active and not inactive.
The cloak figure just nods his head.
All right.
All right, are we trying a nap for an hour here? Or are we looking for a long rest?
I will say you guys can't long rest yet. You can only long rest once every 24 hours, and I believe it's short rest twice. I'm not 100% sure about that. I'll double check that, but
There's
I
no
believe...
rule on limits on short rest unless you add one.
Okay, then yeah,
Yeah,
I'll look
it's-
into that. But
All right, then I won't need to inquire about a tub in my room. I'll just go ahead and take a nap.
I was gonna say there is one with a bucket.
I'll take that room.
All right, that'd be this room.
I don't know if you want that bucket, my friend.
But why not?
Did anyone get hurt while during that fight? I think someone got hit.
Yeah, I got hit, but I can heal myself.
Well, if you're going to heal yourself during this rest, then I can help with that. And out of character, what I'm alluding to here is Song of Rest if you're going to spend hit dice.
And for the record, Drool is slimy with poison. He doesn't care what's in the bucket.
I think the bucket cares more about you. Oh, just spreading a spell slot. That works.
That's the only way you can heal without a short rest.
I thought that's the whole point of the hour, that we were taking a short rest.
Yeah, you guys are taking a short rest. You guys
Oh,
can
then
all
I
head
wouldn't
to
need
your...
spend a spell slot.
yeah, you can add it back in your inventory. Just go to whichever spell slot was used and then change it from what it is to one higher. Yeah, everyone go to your respective rooms, take your hour nap, and each room's a little bit different, so first come, first serve,
Well,
I guess.
I would be helping Rundos with his hit dice, if he's fine with that.
I'm trying to figure out how to reset my wild shape.
If you just hit short rest, the short rest button for Ridgewald on your character sheet.
Saying is new day to recover limited use abilities which recharge per day.